What's up, everyone? Welcome back. Today, I wanted to discuss these breakouts for the Bitcoin price as well as gold and some of the gold miners and what that could mean for crypto assets. So, if that sounds good to you, be sure to hit the like button. Be sure to subscribe if you want to see more, and let's get started. All right, guys. So today, Bitcoin's price is falling down to around 69,000. Let's zoom in here on the 4-hour chart to get a better idea of what is going on here. And so you can see Bitcoin's price is falling over the weekend. It went up to around $71,000, retesting this upper area of resistance over the past week or so. And so Bitcoin's price is coming down. Let's see what it does here. Maybe it continues to consolidate or come back down to around the $67,000 area. And if we get a bounce there, well, it could be um, good for Bitcoin and the crypto markets. We could see Bitcoin going higher, possibly into the halving. But for right now, we are just kind of consolidating. If we zoom out to back out to the daily chart here on the bigger time frame pattern, we still have a couple minor areas of support down around the $66,000. If we could continue to put in a series of higher highs and higher lows overall, that'd be good for the Bitcoin price. As long as we don't break down past this $61,000 and continue to accumulate here, overall, good for Bitcoin. If we break this level, we could go lower. So I have some other targets down below of where those could be. Possibly a little bit of support right down around the $57,000 area, and then below that we're looking at the $50,000 to $52,000 range. Let's discuss gold. This morning when I created this video, or the thumbnail for this video, gold was pumping up to around 22.66 dollars per ounce. It's since came back down, fallen off a little bit quickly here since the market opened this morning. But right now, gold is attempting to break out and set new higher highs. I think over the next 6 to 12 months, we'll see gold go much higher. A lot of the commodities, including copper and energy, are all moving up right now. So I could really see a, a commodity boom here. A lot of people believe we may already be entering the next commodity boom for the next several years, and I believe that is the case, and that is good for gold as well as gold miners. GDX, the gold miner ETF, uh, touched this upper area here of around $32. And as you can see, that is acting as resistance right now. It came back down and is touching this line of what now could be support for GDX, as the last couple days it broke through this area. We've had a nice little run here on GDX over the last couple weeks. I actually took a little bit of profit here this morning as this broke out on this on one of my positions on this, just because it made over 20% in just a matter of a couple weeks on that. And so right now, as long as GDX holds this $31.67 area, I think we could see a little bounce here short term. Overall, mid long term, I am bullish on these gold miners as they've been underperforming the gold price. And another one of the gold miners is Newmont Mining. I took a little bit of profits on this as this here line around 36.75 appears to be resistance, or it could be resistance at this level. So I took a little profit on this one this morning as well. I mentioned this one a couple weeks ago, back when it bottomed out here around $30, and this has been a really good trade so far. So, like I said, took a little profit on that one. Uh, what other markets are breaking out? Well, the IWM is breaking out, and let me refresh this chart here just to get a better idea of where we are at currently. Because I think we're going to see some good opportunities in these markets that have underperformed over the last year or so, last 18 months, 2 years. And I think really, we are coming out of a time period where we did see a correction or recession really in the stock market back in 2022 with an overall over 20% correction on the S&P. So the IWM does appear that it has broken this line of resistance and it is turning into support. The IWM down just a little bit this morning, but anywhere around this $204 area should be probably a good area of support, would be a good spot entry buy or possibly a long-term investment for the IWM. So what does that mean for risk on assets? Well, we can take a look at the let's take a look at the Bitcoin liquidity heat map. Here you can see over these 24-hour period that there is a level of interest right around $72,000 on Bitcoin, where we could see a liquidity grab where Bitcoin pumps up to grab this liquidity to make money for the market makers. And, really, if we get through that area, if we go to the 1 week on this, we can see that if we break that area, I think we could go higher for Bitcoin as you have more interest, even up around that $72,200 range. So we could see Bitcoin go higher. Possibly we may come down and grab the $68,000 level first, but we will have to just wait and see how that plays out. These markets have been very bullish, and so I would be sure to keep an eye on the S&P and see what's going on in the stock market in general, just to see if we do see it start to slow down and see possibly a correction come for the stock markets in general. I think that could possibly hurt some of these risk on assets, although I have been noticing over the last month or so that on the days that the stock market's down, Bitcoin tends to go up, and when the stock market goes up, Bitcoin tends to be down. So maybe we will see things like Bitcoin and some of these crypto assets outperform the stock market, even if we do see a pullback in the stock market. So we'll just have to wait and see how all that plays out. But the reason that I mentioned gold in particular on this broadcast is because if we think about what's going on with Bitcoin and the crypto markets and this whole AI uh, run that we have seen with Nvidia and the Mag 7 and big tech, well, see, the thing there is that they've had a big run. They've created new technology, and right now it's all about data and data acquisitioning. So as they produce these new chips, come out with these new chips, then they have to actually produce them. And so that means that um, more material is going to be needed to produce these chips, and gold is one of those, as well as other things such as lithium and stuff like that for batteries. Uh, but that's why I do believe we are entering more of a commodity boom. And so, what does this all mean for Bitcoin and some of these risk on assets? Well, I think that means that these prices are going higher over the long term. Um, and if Bitcoin goes higher, then some of these Bitcoin miners' prices should go much higher as well. And this is a chart of Mara Marathon Holdings, uh, and their current price is sitting around $21.39 right now. Um, I could see this going a lot higher here, even in the short term over the next couple weeks. You could see Mara go back up around this $28 level. And I suspect over probably the next 6 to 12 months or even 18 months that you could see Mara go up here to around $40 to $45 per share. So this is a stock that could potentially do a 100% return here over the next few months, possibly, just depending on what all happens in the stock market. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. Another one of the Bitcoin miners is Riot, and actually it's broken down this morning. It's broke this level of support that I had laid out here, and it's coming back down. It could come down and test this longer term trend line here that we put in, since we've been making a series of higher lows. And so I am not sure what is going on with this chart here. Let me zoom out a little bit, see what is going on with my trend line here. Okay, so here, this is a better indication of what we got going on with Riot. Um, so you can see that we had this longer term trend that we are possibly coming down to attempt to retest. Right in this area should be a good area to accumulate dollar cost average, even spot entries or long-term investments. I think this is a good area for Riot. We can see the RSI is coming down, so we are kind of entering that middle range on the RSI. So I think we're kind of in a good zone, and this is a good area for a lot of these more risk-on assets, such as Robinhood. Well, Robinhood actually broke through our area of around that $17 to $19 um, on Robinhood, and it is moved up and is now coming back down. I could see $19 being a level of support for Robinhood possibly. And if we zoom out to the weekly chart, then we can see once we get through this area, there's a lot of room to run to the upside to that next target that we have set around $26 to $28. And then after that, it could go higher and go up here and retest some of these 2021 highs. But that's still a while out, so it just again something we'll have to keep an eye on the weekly time frame. The RSI is a bit overbought, but let's go look at the daily time frame, and we see that the RSI is cooling off here just a little bit. If you want to buy or trade stocks and crypto, you can do so on Robinhood. Right now, they are offering a 3% cash back across the board on Robinhood with their credit card here. So you could pick that up. There is a link down below. Or if you decide to transfer over your IRA to Robinhood, you can get 3% boost on your IRA until the end of April. So this may be a good time to do that because we know that we are approaching the halving for the Bitcoin uh, cycle, which tends to lead to higher prices as the supply gets cut in half and all these institutional ETF inflows keep coming in, then we should see much higher prices for Bitcoin and crypto. Plus, they offer 8% on the national uh, 8 8x, sorry, on the national savings rate. Also, you can get a free stock whenever you sign up with Riot. And you can also trade fractional shares on Robinhood, which means if you want to buy something like NVIDIA, where the price is around $900 and say you only have $50, then you can get a fractional share of that stock. And as I mentioned, you can also trade crypto assets as well as gold. So if you're interested, again, there is a link down below. So if you click that link, it is a referral link. I appreciate your support. Let's talk about these other crypto assets, such as these layer ones and Solana. Solana went up and broke over $200 over the weekend. It's coming back down around 187 right now. And Solana is just looking really strong here, to be honest. It looks like it wants to break out at any time. Um, as Bitcoin continues to consolidate in this area, I see some of these layer ones pushing forward. We know we're in alt season has started and a bunch of these meme coins are pumping. Of course, that is a time to be a little bit cautious in markets. I think we should be cautious right now, but it looks like some of these layer ones want to break out, such as Solana. It's looking really strong. And AVEX is another one of those that has been continuing to accumulate here in this zone that we have marked out here around this $51 to $57, $58 range, just continuing to accumulate. And we could see AVEX move higher up to around this 66 to $72 range next. It'll probably take a little bit more time to get there, but we'll just have to see how long that takes. We've putting in a series of higher lows and higher highs on AVEX, so it is looking good. And um, we can take a look at Ethereum to see what is going on with it. It just continues to accumulate, finding support here off our targeted box around this $3,500 level down to 3,350. So Ethereum is continuing to accumulate in this zone. As I mentioned here before, I think anywhere in this $3,000 to $3,500 area is a good place to get some long-term entries on Ethereum, or if you just want to dollar cost average and just get some better buys, I think this is a pretty good area to do that. We have seen a pullback on Ethereum from the top down to where we're at right now of about 16%. So a pretty good entry, I believe, on Ethereum. Really, anywhere in this box here would be 16 to 18% um, pullback for Ethereum. So probably some good spot entries there or long-term investment opportunities. Another one of these layer ones I want to look at is Polkadot today. It's coming down and testing this line here. This is our trend line, a series of higher lows, right around $9 right now, and could come down to this 870, which was our previous line of resistance, flipped into support now. So right now, Polkadot is probably a really good entry for Polkadot. This hasn't ran as much as Solana or AVAX or Ethereum yet, so I could see this being a really good zone to get in on Polkadot. If we zoom out here a little bit, you can see on a little bit bigger time frame. I'll keep this on the daily for now. But you can just see here, we've had this long area of accumulation. We starting to put in a series of higher lows and higher highs. And right now we're coming back for that third touch on this line of support for Polkadot. And so I could see Polkadot going higher here. Our first target once we break through this area would be this 14.50 to $16 range for Polkadot. So you could see this do something like a 70%, 80% return fairly quickly if this starts to run. And the next area after that would be $25 to possibly $28 for Polkadot. So again, a lot of upside potential, but we'll have to keep an eye on the stock market, like I said, just to see how this all plays out. But I could see Polkadot taking off here sometime very soon. All right, guys, if you want to buy, sell, trade gold, silver, Bitcoin, you can do so with iTrust Capital. iTrust Capital is a tax advantage IRA, and they allow you to buy, sell, and trade uh, gold, silver, and crypto 24/7 with low cost and no monthly fee. iTrust Capital has been great. I transferred over a portion of my IRA into iTrust Capital, and they have over 3,000 plus five-star reviews on Google. So they're a great way if you to get into crypto. If you have a 401k or an IRA, they allow you to transfer a portion or all of your IRA over to them. Like I said, I transferred over a portion of my IRA to iTrust Capital, and they have been great. They have great customer service, plus they have live support over the phone, so you don't have to use those automated systems that can be so annoying. And they were very helpful when I set up my account. If you're interested, there is a link down below. Again, an affiliate link. I appreciate any of y'all's support when you're using my links down below. It helps me to bring you more content like this and help you earn, and make more money on your investing and trading journey. And don't forget to follow me over on Twitter/X at Mind of the Financier. It's at Mind of Financier on Twitter. I am Mind of the Financier on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. And over here on Twitter, I post updates here regularly about what I see in the markets and um, any opportunities I see that may be possibly good entries for stocks, commodities, and cryptos. So you can follow me over there as well. And until next time, guys, I hope you all have a great day. Uh, Welcome back Monday. Like I said, I hope everyone had a great holiday, and I'll see you next time. All right, guys, be legendary.